Oh, yeah, we back in the building. 3kingsboxing.com. It's your host, 2K the Prodigy. I'm back in the fucking building, and we about to get real wild on this one. Of course, I'm joining my man, Bo. How you doing today, brother?
Shit. I'm feeling like Harlem Nights up in this motherfucker. I tell you, boy.
Wait. Who on Harlem Nights? Who you talking about? Because you've been saying that shit all day.
Sunshine. Sunshine. That's what I feel.
Shit, bro. I'm like Eddie Murphy in this bitch right now, man. For real. For real. Listen, I'm going to lead, for the first time, probably not for the first time, but for the first documented time, I'm going to sit here and say that we're going to leave the hot topic for maybe like second or third. Because I want niggas to hear this shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Be third or fourth. Yeah, I want niggas to hear this shit, bro. Because I told motherfuckers last year, you know what I'm saying, when I made that video. That video had like 2,000 views or something like that. I told everybody last year, bro. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into it, of course, I got to give my disclaimer. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, man, if motherfuckers don't know by now, damn.
Hey, every episode you got to remind the motherfucker. These niggas is like little kids, man. You got to keep reminding them. You know what I'm saying? Fighters, trainers, boxers, promoters, and the hoes. If you got a problem with anything I got to say on this podcast, Bo ain't going to say much of nothing that's too degrading or demeaning, but I will. If you got a problem, you can always holler at me at any fight. Shit, you can send me a message on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can holler at me on here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I will be making some call outs a little bit later in this podcast. All right? Let's go on and jump into this shit, dog.
All right.
Let's just start with a pretty solid topic. And it's an article my man Tanner Gill wrote. Shout out to Tanner. Real good article talking about the heavyweight renaissance is now. That's the title of the article on 3kingsboxing.com. And what he's saying is, based on the skills, or the skill level at least, that we have down there where the prospects are at, and I'm going to add a couple of contenders, you know what I'm saying? What's good, low blow champ? Right. We're going to get to that, bro. Stay in here because we're going to get on that shit. But what he's saying is that there's some skilled fighters at the prospect level and some are at the contender level that can actually bring a renewed interest into the heavyweight division. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ring off some names and I'm going to give a little bit of tidbits as to why you should be interested. Of course, first you got Daniel Dubois, however you said nigga name, right?
Yes.
10-0, 9 knockouts, 21 years old. He's probably the most gifted of all the prospects at heavyweight, right? Now, he's known for dropping Anthony Joshua multiple times in sparring. That's his claim to fame, but he's had an excellent amateur record. I think his amateur record was like 69-5 or 65-9, something to that degree, right? Excellent jab, puts combinations together for a big guy, can move very well. He's a very good fighter, probably the most gifted prospect we got at heavyweight. You got Joe Joyce, 8-0. 8 knockouts, 33 years old, right? 2016 silver medalist. Also fought in the World Series of Boxing. That right there, a lot of people don't know. The World Series of Boxing is that semi-pro league that Vasily Lomachenko was in before he turned pro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A lot of these cats, Bo, I didn't even know. They were in the World Series of Boxing. So, really, Vasily Lomachenko, I think right now is like, 13-0 or something like that. If you count his World Series of Boxing fights, he should be like 21-0. You know what I'm saying? Because that's still considered professional in my eyes. But they don't – it's semi-pro, so they don't add it to the professional record. But I think it should be added, you know? Joe Joyce was like 24 and like 5 or some shit like that. A lot of these guys had a long – pretty much an extensive World Series of Boxing record, and he's one of them. You got Tony Yoka, 5-0, 4 knockouts, 26 years old, 2016 Olympic gold medalist, right? He defeated Joe Joyce in 2016. Joe Joyce got the silver medal because of that. 2015 World Amateur Championships. He beat Philip Hargovich, Joe Joyce, Ivan Ditchko. This is a bad motherfucker right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what you're going to see is that a lot of these guys that we're naming off, they fought each other in the amateurs numerous times. You know what I'm saying? He's also a World Series of Boxing fighter. I just mentioned Ivan Ditchko, 7-0, 7 knockouts, 28 years old. Barely lost to Anthony Joshua in 2012 at the 2012 Olympics, right? He got the bronze medal, right? Lost to Joe Joyce in the Olympics in 2016. F.A. Jagba, 9-0, 8 knockouts, 24 years old. He lost to Ivan Ditchko in the Olympics 2016 quarterfinal. Junior Fa, 17-0, 10 knockouts, 29 years old. He beat Joseph Parker twice as an amateur.
Sure did.
Philip Hargovich, 7-0, 5 knockouts, 26 years old, right? He also defeated Joseph Parker as well. You got my man, who is now a contender, but he's still considered somebody who can bring some fucking noise at heavyweight. He just got his biggest win against Brian Jennings, Oscar Rivas, right?
Yeah.
26-0, 18 knockouts. He defeated Kubrat Pulev in the 2008 Olympics, and he's ranked in all 4 major sanctioning bodies right now. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Sergey Kuzmin, you got Zhang Zili, who the Chinese guy that was supposed to fight Alexander Yusinov, and then he was the mandatory for Anthony Joshua in the WBO rankings at one point. Yeah, dog. All these names I just knocked off, and then there's gonna be some guys that I haven't mentioned that you can mention. Do you really believe that the talent level at the prospect level right now at heavyweight, we could get a renaissance?
You know, that's funny because when Tanner wrote that article, there was a lot of people that had some pushback on and then they had a little pushback on there. And I don't know if you mentioned that one guy, he's about 6'5". He knocked Amir Mansour the fuck out.
Sergey Kuzmin.
No, F.A.
Jagba.
Yeah, F.A. Jagba.
Yeah, I mentioned him.
Okay, F.A. Jagba. Then the other one you just mentioned, Sergey Kuba. Then, of course, we all know about, Alexander Usyk coming up from cruiserweight, right?
Exactly.
So, when you look at this, you got Tyrone Spongs, you got, what I'm saying? You got Oda Wallen. You got Adam Kanaki.
Yep.
So when you look at this, man, and you look a little bit deeper than just the big names, and you truly ask yourself, if you look at the fact, like you said, these guys fought each other in the amateurs. These guys have proven not only are they good fighters, but they're also decorated amateurs, highly decorated amateurs, and they participated in the World Series of Boxing. So from a talent pool standpoint, yes, this is the setting up of what could be a renaissance in the heavyweight division, because if people get past Joshua, Wilder, and Fury, and truly look, you have young talent that's coming up, that even if they don't fight one of the top 3, it's at least very interesting to see how all of these guys are going to wind up somehow grabbing belts and meeting each other. And now what you do is you create a huge grudge match because all these guys have fought or seen each other in the amateurs, right? So the problem that, of course, you're going to have is none of these names we named are American fighters.
Good point.
Because there will be no American person in there, there will be extremely less interest from this side. That's the reason why. Say what you want to say about Deontay Wilder. If he wasn't the WBC champion, would we really be giving a fuck about Anthony Joshua right about now?
Good point.
Very
good point.
Would we really be giving a fuck about Anthony Joshua right about now? Because what you need to make a very good story is a hero and a goddamn villain.
Well, let's clarify that. The UK would, but Americans may not care too much about Anthony Joshua.
Correct. Right. American might not. And what you need to make a good story is a hero and a villain.
Right.
And if you don't have that, like, you need that counterpart. You need that rival. You need that, you know what I'm saying? You need that person that everybody's looking at saying, man, you need to fight this motherfucker. Man, you need to whoop that motherfucker. You need that in boxing. Pacquiao needed Floyd to get that. And Floyd needed Pacquiao. He ain't making $200 million. He fights somebody motherfucking else. We know he tried. Okay? So you need. So I think the only thing that'll hurt this is that there's no Americans in all of this. But at the end of the day, you can't tell me it's not a renaissance, because just like you just named, Oscar Rivas. We just saw what he did against Brian Jennings. Okay, you know that 6'5" guy. You know, EJ.
F.A. Jagba.
Right, right. S.A. Jabba. Okay, Horvick. Tony Yayo. Not Tony Yayo. What's his name?
Yoka.
Tony Yoka. All these, right.
This motherfucker thing about
finish here, right? You know, Adam Kalnaki. Adam Kalnaki is my dark horse because he don't look the part of a fighter. That's right. Can go. You know what I'm saying? So when you really look at this dog, yes, it's definitely a renaissance because these guys have seen each other, and they're going to be eager to want to get that revenge. That's what makes it good, in my opinion.
Well, let me ask you this. I know you mentioned the possible lack of intrigue from the Americans, but with how the networks are pretty much going outside of their comfort zone and doing what they can, getting these different mergers with entities outside of America, like ESPN getting a merger with Frank Warren. You know, you got Eddie Hearn, you know, doing Dazn USA to bring fighters over to the USA populace so they can see them. With all of that happening, dog, you know, you got PBC going to IFL TV and shit now, right? Mm-hmm. With that shit happening, doesn't it open up Americans to these fighters, even though, hey, you know, years ago they weren't interested because they didn't have access to them? They got access to them now.
Man, you know, that's a very good one. I would love to say yes, but I'm gonna have to say no because from what I was reading from his post, a lot of people was tripping and making fun of the names that would be named in his article.
Okay.
So now let me say this. I'm basing it off of the few places that I've seen, right? But right. Social media is right now, I wouldn't be shocked because you're right. One thing about social media, it has a way of getting shit to people that motherfucker, you'd be like, damn, you just like what there was that I forget what fight it was. Me and you was talking about. You said, man, I had people, 80-year-old women at my job asking me about that goddamn fight.
Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia.
Right, Errol Spence, Mike Garcia. So, given how social media is, I think it improves the chances of it reaching us from a broader perspective. Yes,
I agree with that. I think, to be honest with you, the motherfuckers that are gonna make fun of the names that they see in that article, they're not real boxer fans. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? These are part-time niggas that watch only when big names come out. Hey, is Manny Pacquiao fighting? Oh, okay. I'll watch UFC then. Those are them niggas. You know what I'm saying? If you're a true boxing fan and you understand the sport and you appreciate the sport, you appreciate what newcomers are able to bring, prospects are able to bring, you know, contenders that haven't lost or contenders that have lost but are still problems in their given divisions, what they're going to bring, well, then you're going to respect it. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to make fun of this shit. Every last one of these guys I named off and the guys that Bo has named off, these guys are, let me say this, the guys that I named off, much more in the prospect level besides Daniel DuBois, you know what I'm saying? The rest of them guys have fought each other in the fucking amateurs multiple times at that. You see what I'm saying? So when Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are gone, or at least they've taken their L's, so they've kind of got to go back down and rebuild themselves. These are going to be the guys that are going to be at the forefront. Mm-hmm. And heavyweight boxing is always going to be interesting no matter what. Understand, people were still watching heavyweight boxing, but complaining their asses off back when Wladimir Klitschko was running shit.
That's true.
Cats did stop watching it, but it still had a broad audience because how else would you get so many motherfuckers complaining? You see what I'm saying? They complaining their ass off, bitching and moaning, but they still watching the shit. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to boxing and being able to come to a consensus as to, you know, okay, the heavyweight division is doing well or it's not doing well right now, they count the hating motherfuckers that are watching. There's still views. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, these motherfuckers gonna be at the forefront. You can love it or hate it, still gonna watch it. All right, Bo, what you got for me next, dog?
Man, listen, man. Now this is something that I wrote, and this was personal to me, and I wrote it. It was so personal that I fucked up the article. My editor had to call me. Like the first half was good, but that second half had motherfuckers scratching their head, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And because I'm not a beta male hoe ass nigga, I laughed it off and was like, "He man, I see what you're talking about. Goddamn."
Right.
That's why I'm still on the show tonight. You know, I ain't no beta man. He fuck it. I ain't doing this show tonight.
nigga gonna text somebody else and tell them what I said and shit.
He ain't doing this show tonight. I'm on my period.
That's how them niggas be crying, bro. And they like them kids with that one little string of spit on their bottom lip. Fuck out of here, bro.
Oh shit, man. But it bothers me, the lack of attention and the lack of this fight possibly being a mega fight. That's Canelo Alvarez versus Daniel Jacobs. It is a piss poor job that's being done by Golden Boy and Dazn, and that's rare for Golden Boy in a Canelo fight to not be promoting. That's very rare, but it's a piss poor job. And I've said this once before, and I think me and you have talked about this. I said, man, if I'm being completely honest, fucking Eddie Hearn devalued, in my opinion, Daniel Jacobs when he got him, because Daniel Jacobs went from fighting Gennady Golovkin to 3 who the fucks. Until he fought what's the cat name to win that damn title?
Sergey Devianchenko.
Yeah, Sergey Devianchenko. Until he fought Sergey Devianchenko, and I believe that was for a vacant title. So until he fought him, but after that, it's like he fought a bunch of hoodoo. Like he, in my honest opinion, I felt like, man, he devalued this dude because he went from Gennady Golovkin to these 3 who the fucks, right? So he gets this belt. Now you got Canelo coming over to Dazn, and I felt like if I go by old school standards, in the olden days, 2 guys in their prime, 3 belts on the line, looking at possibly making claims of being the man of the motherfucking division, and the person that's probably going to be pushed the most as far as being the face of boxing. This in the olden days would have been a fucking mega fight.
Right.
But in today's world, because of the whole internet hero villain and mixed feelings about fights and complaints and holding on to grudges and beta male fucking attitudes, it's not looked at as a mega fight, which is fine. But the lack of promoting by the promoters for this fight, if I'm Daniel Jacobs, I'm pissed. You promoted Canelo and Rocky Fielding more than you fucking did this.
For real.
This is some bullshit right here.
For real, dog.
This is some bullshit.
Well, the funny shit to me is this. Anthony Joshua, Jarrell Miller got extreme hell for that fight being even announced. Nigga, that shit got hell for that shit even being talked about. Uttering that shit in your breath, dog. Hey, Jarrell. What, nigga? Jarrell who, nigga? That's how they was. But all of a sudden, you see 2 freestyle raps and shit come out for Sway in the Morning on Sirius XM. And then all of a sudden that fight is now intriguing to people. You see what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder and Dominic Brazil, Deontay Wilder says what he says in the fucking the face-off or whatever, the first press conference. Now that fight's intriguing. Dominic Brazil has come back, he's clapped back and said, he's taking this shit seriously. Now that shit is intriguing. And I told cats, I said, when I watched the first press conference of Canelo Jacobs, and listen, man. Listen. I respect guys that respect each other 100%. But at the same time, dog, listen, the world likes drama. That's what the world likes. There's more people out there that like drama than they like respectable niggas kissing and making up and hugging and shit. They like drama more than that, dog. They like controversy more than good times and respect, right? Especially in the fight game. Now, I'm not saying they should have went overload like Adrian Broner does. I'm not saying that. But Daniel Jacobs should have said something. Doesn't matter if Canelo can speak English or not. Nudge the nigga. Do something, bro. They walked across the stage, shook each other's hands, and, gave each other a quick smile. And then they turn that smile into a face-off. Well, who's going to take the face-off seriously if y'all are shaking hands and smiling and shit before that? You see what I'm saying? The whole point of the face-off is to create the adversity, right? To create I'm not the adversity, but the controversy of the fight. Like, oh shit, man, they about to get in a ring and trade blows. Nobody felt that way, dog, because they sat there and smiled and joked around and hugged each other and played footsies and fucking hopscotch and shit before they did the goddamn face-off. You know what I'm saying?
Timothy Bradley and Manny Pacquiao, anybody?
Right. So, you know, I know there's some cats out there like, man, they don't need to do that. Yes, you do have to have a little bit of controversy. That's what sparks the intrigue, right? Now you got people out there saying, well, it's Canelo. They don't have to promote anything. Listen, I understand. Canelo's going to bring a certain fan base, but it doesn't hurt to bring more of a fan base. Who said too much of a fan base was too much? Who said that was a bad thing, right? You've got your fan base that you got. Then you can bring in more people by creating some type of controversy, right? You know, like what Paulie Malignaggi just did when he smacked Artem Lobov, right? Before their goddamn bare knuckle boxing, right?
I didn't even know that. I didn't know that shit was. I didn't know there was a bare knuckle boxing into that.
Yeah.
Now I want to see this motherfucker.
Yeah, you want to see it.
I went on like, what the fuck is bare knuckle boxing?
Now, I'm not saying that Daniel Jacobs should have came across the goddamn stage and slapped the shit out of Canelo. No, you didn't have to do that. But create some type of controversy, man. Promote the fucking fight. This is the fight game, dog. There are more people that want to see drama than respect. 100%. Even the haters that sit there and say, I can't stand guys that don't respect each other. These motherfuckers want to watch. You know what I'm saying? They still want to watch when there's controversy. They're still intrigued when there's controversy, regardless. You see what I'm saying? Now, Paulie Malignaggi, he made it clear. He said, yo, I got in your face for promotion, but when you started to disrespect me, that's when it got real. Okay?
Right.
He admitted that getting in his face and saying whatever he was saying was for promotion, but the slap wasn't. Now, I'm willing to bet the slap, it was a little bit of promotion as well. It wasn't just all beef at that time. It was a little bit of promotion, right? But all I'm saying is Daniel Jacobs should have, if he didn't want to say nothing to Canelo, he should at least turn to the crowd and be like, number one, I'm that motherfucker. Nobody beat Daniel Jacobs. You know, if he don't want to curse, then something, you know, hey, guys, I'm the miracle man. Nobody can beat me. Nobody. Something. He didn't say nothing, right? And Golden Boy's just sitting back like, yeah, we got Canelo. We're going to make money no matter what. You see what I'm saying? Daniel Jacobs, nigga, this is for your career, bro. Canelo does have the fan base. Jacobs doesn't. You got to promote this fight, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you got niggas out there that there's this misconception going on that Canelo Jacobs is still going to bring in a certain amount of buys. And I had to correct these dudes. I was like, bro, buys is a pay-per-view term. This ain't pay-per-view.
Exactly.
This is Dazn. Nigga, we talking about subscribers. Okay? Yeah. And what Dazn needs to be aware of is guys only subscribing, guys and women, but people only subscribing to Dazn for this fight to get the 30-day free trial and then unsubscribing when this fight is over. They need the loyal fan base. They need the loyal subscription base. If you don't promote this fucking fight the way you need to promote it, and any other fight on the undercard for this fight, how the hell do you expect to keep loyal subscribers? How does that work, Bo?
It don't work. And I want to go back to something you said, because that ticked me off. Is when you said people are saying, oh, well, Canelo's going to bring in a certain amount of people, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't help Jacobs if he wins. How the fuck does what Canelo bring going to help Jacobs?
Right.
Because Canelo fans ain't all of a sudden like Canelo if Jacobs, like Jacobs if he beats Canelo. That's not so you're not building Daniel Jacobs. So in other words, if Jacobs lose, I'm thinking, are you fucking done with him? He's going to get pushed off to the side because you're not doing nothing to build Daniel Jacobs. We know Canelo's going to get what Canelo get, but nothing's being done to build the other guy. So exactly. If he loses, you can put him in another fight, perhaps maybe Demetrius Andrade, perhaps maybe Charlo, perhaps maybe Gennady Golovkin.
Right.
Okay, so you're doing nothing to build the other guy. That's my problem. And then as far as like you said, the bias and the subscription. Well, if you're doing nothing to build the fight and build the fighters, then why would most motherfuckers probably ain't gonna even look to get the subscription for 30 days. They're gonna find what club, bar, homie, friend, streaming service they can watch this motherfucker on. Exactly. Because you're not doing enough to interest them into even wanting to see what your product have at the zone. And Golden Boy, like you said, they're sitting back like, well, shit, we ain't gotta work no more. We got $350 million. Órale, Holmes. ¿Qué pasa? No, está de acento aquí, no más trabajando duro. Porque yo tengo mucho dinero, está bien.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it is. So it's a shame. And even with that being said, and this is one of the problems of having a streaming service app, you don't have a national platform to present your fight on. ESPN will push Crawford Khan on ESPN. Okay, say what you want to say about PBC. They push the shit out of Mikey Garcia and Earl Spence. Any program you watched on Showtime when the movie was over, that shit popped up constantly. Right. Even on, I saw that shit on a CBS fucking commercial. God damn it. Okay,
well, CBS owns Showtime, so yeah.
Right, exactly. Right. You don't have that with DAZN. They don't have anything to push it on except social media. And if you're not following them on social media, then what do you have? You know what I'm saying, to pique your interest in it. And that's one of the things about a streaming app is it doesn't really have anything that it can give you a commercial or presentation of it about. So at the end, like I truly feel this is a disservice to both fighters, to both Canelo and Daniel Jacobs, because I agree with you when you say, well, you can even improve on. Think about what the Gennady Golovkin fight, the second fight, did with Canelo. He regained all of his fucking fans that was mad at him about the PED test, the first fight. He regained all his fucking fans, right? Think about what it did for Daniel Jacobs when he fought Gennady Golovkin. Think about what that did for him.
Right.
If anybody wins this fight, I don't believe this does anything for anybody because it's not being properly pushed. And this is April. Like real talk, 2K. I feel like turning my motherfucking ticket, my plane ticket in.
Bro, mad motherfuckers hit me up when I put that article on social media. They was like, yo, I forgot the fight was even happening, dog. You know, I forgot the fight was happening May 4th. I've had, bro, more than 10 people, more than 15 people tell me that on Twitter and Facebook. I forgot the fight was happening. And I think Instagram too, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? That shit is atrocious for the most popular fighter in the sport. That's atrocious. Everybody's eyes should be on what Canelo's going to do next, whether they hate him or they love him, right? And you're absolutely right. You hit it the nail on the fucking head when you said DAZN does not have a global platform, or at least a TV network, that will help push them in front of more eyes than what they have just on that app. Mm-hmm. They're relegated to that app, which means they're relegated to social media. And I see Eddie Hearn on Twitter. He just uses Twitter. He doesn't use Facebook, bro. No, and I don't really see him on Instagram either. Twitter is his outlet for Matchroom, DAZN, and his own personal account. Okay? That's not enough, dog. Now, again, motherfuckers are going to say, yo, Canelo's got his fan base. Okay, that's fine and dandy. But you can always improve. If a nigga says to me, here's $1 million, bro, but you can keep on doing what you do, and you'll end up with $2 million in 2 months. Am I going to sit on that $1 million? Or am I going to keep doing what I do to double what the fuck I just got? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Same thing here. Is Canelo just going to sit on his fan base? Or is he going to try to double up on that? Get it out there with more people. We want the casuals to watch this shit that don't really know who Canelo is. That's what you want, right?
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
And it's a disservice to Canelo. It's a disservice to fucking Daniel Jacobs, and it's a disservice to everybody on the fucking undercard. Even the niggas.
I didn't even think about that. You're so fucking right.
Even the niggas that only gonna get 5 minutes airplay. It's a disservice to them. You know what I'm saying? You know, Ryan Garcia talking about he want to fight on the May 4th card. I don't know, bro. They're not promoting it. Why the fuck you want to fight on a card nobody's promoting? You know what I'm saying? So It's dog. This is a travesty. It's fucking terrible promotion. You know, my guy, World Breaker, he said that the reason why Dazn isn't promoting this fight is because they don't have any more money. I don't.
World Breaker funny. I like.
Yeah, he a funny dude. I like him. I like him too.
But you know what though? That you can actually, when you look at the amount of money that these motherfuckers is throwing around, I wouldn't blame somebody for thinking that.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Money on advertising.
That's what I was getting ready to say. They spent so much money on these fighters. They're trying to give, Wladimir Klitschko 120 million now. You know what I'm saying? They gave
put a spin on this though.
Go ahead.
Now looking at this, the way this fight is being promoted, can we say perhaps maybe Wilder made the right choice? Maybe. Because I don't see them. If you're not pushing Canelo Jacobs, I don't see you pushing Wilder in Brazil and Brazili.
Well, let me say this. The ambassador for Dazn, I can hear myself on your computer, family.
Okay.
The ambassador for Dazn is the promoter for Anthony Joshua. He's not the promoter for Canelo. Now, I do understand he has a merger with Golden Boy, but maybe I will put it this way. He will put more stock into his investment that he made in Anthony Joshua than he would Canelo, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Because Anthony Joshua is his fighter, whereas Canelo is not his fighter. He will put more of the angst on Golden Boy to get out there and put their fighter out there. And maybe Eddie Hearn is like, well, Canelo already has his fan base. Maybe he's thinking the same fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he doesn't think the same thing about Anthony Joshua. That's why he wanted that fight, his next fight in Wembley. That's why he was kind of against moving him to Madison Square Garden. But hey, what the fighter wants, the fighter gets. You see what I'm saying? That's more promotion that he has to do. But even with, to be honest with you, Joshua and Jarrell Miller, he's not really promoting that fight either himself. It's more so Anthony Joshua and Jarrell Miller that got out there and promoted themselves. And that's why I'm kind of on Daniel Jacobs' ass. Like, bro, you got to promote yourself, man.
That's not his nature. That's the problem with Jacobs is that's not his nature. I remember.
No, it's not.
I watched that interview with Andre Ward, and he said this. He said, I don't feel I have to play a bad guy or play a villain, be anything outside of my character to sell a fight and be a success.
We're not asking him to do that. We're just asking him to promote himself. Hey, saying that you're better than your opponent is not making you a villain.
That's true. That's true.
That doesn't make you a fucking villain. Making you a villain is doing what Adrian Broner did. You know what I'm saying? You go out there clowning a nigga and, cracking jokes on him and shit, talking about he gonna be a cab driver and all this shit. That's a villain. By Daniel Jacobs exuding confidence at a press conference, that's not a villain. You know what I'm saying? That's, hey, I got confidence that I'm going to beat this dude. What's going to happen is the more confidence you exude, the more people will actually believe it. And they'll want to watch the fight. The more people, well, let me say this. If they don't believe it, the more people will become intrigued and think the fight is closer than what they originally thought it was going to be. And they'll watch it. That's what it does. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, listen, man. Like with Deontay Wilder, we've seen bad promotion before. Deontay Wilder has been terribly promoted since leaving Golden Boy. He was terribly promoted when he was with Golden Boy, but Golden Boy did a better job, right? You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, that's so true. That's so fucking true.
Since leaving Golden Boy, right? It's been really bad. But look where he's at today. That's not because of Lou DiBello or Al Heyman. It's because of him.
That's true.
Right? Now he had to do the villain thing, but still, he's out there now. He did what he had to do to get himself out there. He's still not as popular as the guy that he wants to defeat, but he's popular enough where people actually want to see the fight. People are actually on his side when they say who's ducking who. Hey, Anthony Joshua ducked him. A lot of people say that. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like it's terrible, dog. Like it's terrible emotion. Nobody should be forgetting Canelo's fight in May 4th. That's ridiculous. Now I saw that. At first, I didn't believe it, but then the number of people that were telling me, I was like, this is ridiculous. Dazn is doing a fucking terrible job, man. Straight up and down 100%.
What you got next for me, man?
It's time, brother. It's time.
Do we have enough people in the chat?
I don't give a fuck who's here, man.
Okay.
Listen. It's time, man. It's time. This shit should have been shared a lot more than what it has been. We get a lot of views on other podcast and then don't get that many on this one. This should have been shared a long time ago. All right. So we're going to get this out there. I told y'all. Oh, yeah, by the way, put your kids to bed. If they awake, they can hear me, put them to bed.
I'm about to say, this is the one where you give them motherfuckers the disclaimer. Right,
put your kids to bed. They shouldn't listen to anything 2K got to say right now. I told y'all motherfuckers last year, man. I told y'all last year, man. When this incident happened, I said Shakur Stevenson is a bitch-made ass, hoe-ass little nigga, bro. I told motherfuckers this last year, bro. All right? Now, the facts weren't even out yet. Or at least let me say this. The video footage wasn't out yet. The pictures weren't even out yet. But the reason why I went in on Shakur Stevenson is because of how he went at Ayanna Mayweather, right? That right there told me the type of nigga he is. And then I had a lot of niggas, oh, motherfucker, nah, nigga, you just taking up for the bitch. You taking up for the bitch. First of all, my nigga, I didn't take up for nobody's bitch or nobody's daughter, nothing like that. I said Shakur Stevenson is a bitch-made ass pussy because he tried to argue with a female over social media. That's what women do. I remember all the hoes I used to fuck in the past. They always had some story about some bitch they arguing with on social media. But me, I ain't never had no story like that. I ain't never came to none of my niggas was like, yo, I got into an argument with a nigga on social media. Nigga, I'd tell my nigga to smack the shit out of me right there. Bo, if I ever come to you, hey, bro, I got in an argument with a female on social media. Smack me, dog.
Nigga, I'm waiting for Ashton Krishna to jump out and tell me I'm being punked.
Yeah, you being punked. Right.
I'm being punked. I'm gonna look around. Am I being punked? The fuck is going on?
Now you got the argument, right? You know, Ayanna Mayweather said, man, I ain't trying to, this nigga's a crybaby sucking his mama titties, all of that. Don't tell me no news about Shakur Stevenson, right?
Right.
So you got that information, you got that coming out. Now you got the argument, the fact that he even responded to this female. You know what I'm saying? Don't even respond to the bitch. She's a female. That's what they live for. They on social media arguing with motherfuckers, stirring up controversy. You're a professional fighter, dog. You know what I'm saying? You beyond that already. You beyond that. Go get your ducats. You know what I'm saying? Your fucking manager is one of the most respectable boxers of this century. Andre Ward. Go get your ducats, nigga. Right?
Right.
But no. He had to respond. And not only did he respond, the nigga said some shit completely out of context. Now, my thing is this. If a girl says you a crybaby and you still suck on your mama's titties, if you gonna come back to that dumb second grade ass shit, I mean, it's literally some shit we used to say on the blacktop, nigga, when we was in elementary school, right? If you feel like you're gonna come back to that, then you say something of equal value. You know, you even call her a bitch. Oh, shut up, you dumb bitch. You know what I'm saying? And move on. This nigga decided to air out that she liked to suck dick and fuck niggas. How is that the same thing? How is that even on the same level? Because the problem you got now is you've aired out her fucking you've aired out her business. She didn't air out none of your business. She just said you a crybaby and still suck on your mama titties. That's either a fact or a non-fact. You know what I'm saying? Do you still suck your mama's titties? After hearing about this goddamn shit, I think so. You a beta male ass nigga. She might have been right. You know what I'm saying? But when you say that, yeah, I had niggas, you know what I'm saying? We was gonna get some pussy from you and shit, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, what you open up is a situation where you got niggas where she's at looking for her now. Oh, for real? Hey, this nigga said on Twitter that Ayanna Mayweather be sucking dick, nigga. I'm about to go get some of that. So you got motherfuckers, you open up a possibility of motherfuckers actually trying to take that. You see what I'm saying? Now it's a whole nother can of worms, dog. You see what I'm saying? Not on the same level whatsoever in this beta male type shit to even go back at it. I would have just been like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Fuck off my social media. Blocked her and moved on. But nah, listen, man, he was raised by his mom. Raised by his grandmama. He a beta male, dog. All right. And that leads us to what we see now. Everything I said back then, the Mayweather video, the Ayanna Mayweather video was like 2 years ago. Then I covered this shit as it happened. That was a year ago, last June or something like that. Now we're here where we are today. And you fucking see on camera Shakur Stevenson punch a girl in the face trying to get to this dude. Now, David Grayton's worse. David Grayton was like hitting the dude. The girl tries to get him to stop. This nigga turned, and it wasn't no situation, Bo, where he didn't know who was touching him. It wasn't that. Because I looked at it closely. The girl tried to get him to stop. And she's hitting it, she's tapping the shoulder like, stop, fool, stop. He gets up off the dude, turns to her, has a moment of clarity, knowing that it's her, and throws a left hand at her, hits her in the face. Now, my thing is, the nigga's such a pussy that he hit a girl and she didn't even fall, nothing. She just held her face and stepped back. Nigga, if I hit a bitch with my left hand, nigga, I'm right-handed. If I hit a bitch with only 10% power from my left hand, she's got to go to the hospital, dog. You know what I'm saying? Let alone if I draw back and hit her with my right. See, that's how pussy these niggas are, man. And then you got Shakur Stevenson. Did you see when he tried to swing on a dude the first time? That nigga fell to the ground, bro. This is where I tell you, cats, man. Just because dudes are boxers doesn't mean they know how to fight. They know how to fight for sport in a controlled setting.
Correct.
And when we take this shit to the streets, they totally different dudes, man. As you can see on this video. These dudes elected to jump a dude because how the story is told, the girls he was with didn't want to give him no pussy. Take it, Bo. Take it, Bo.
All right. Problem number one is that in the thing with Shakur Stevenson and Mayweather's daughter, somebody tagged her. It wasn't like she was talking about you on random shit. Someone tagged her. Her response to the person that tagged her was, stop telling me about this crybaby.
Right.
So she wasn't even talking to him. But you're such a beta male that it hurt your feelings.
Yes. Yeah.
And you had to respond, not realizing, well, she really wasn't even talking to me exactly. She was tagged. And she just responded to somebody, hey, man, stop telling me about this crybaby.
Right.
Right? But on top of that, did she say something that wasn't true? Because I believe we all saw you cry on the Olympics. And if you still in your feelings about motherfuckers making fun of you crying, okay, well, let me break this down to anybody out there gonna say, oh, Bo, you better understand something. Okay? My boys, my dogs. There's a picture of me floating around every time I try to clap. These motherfuckers drop that picture. Do you see me trying to talk about some fighting these niggas?
Nah, man. Because that's what you did. Right. And it's the same thing with him. That's an act that he partook in. He cried at the Olympics. Now, the thing is, I understand. I mean, I never clowned him when he did it. You know, when he did it, it was like, damn, that's what's up. He really loves the sport.
Yeah, he loves the sport, exactly.
Right. But she said it because they've been having some beef for however long now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's a fucking bitch, dog.
It's
like,
a girl.
It's a girl, nigga. Who cares what the fuck she got to say? Nigga, at the end of the day, first of all, she's a female that doesn't box, she's living under her daddy's money. All she fucking lives for, okay, is social media, doing stupid shit on social media and spending her dad's money. That's what the fuck she lives for. Nigga, you the one with the future that you're paying for yourself. So why? That's like me, dog. Like, bruh, that's like me, bruh. I'm the owner of this website. But I have a problem with somebody says about my website that ain't got shit. I don't give a fuck what they got to say. Let me rephrase. Somebody that has a problem with my website that has a lot of money, but ain't doing shit in boxing, ain't contributing to the sport, isn't contributing to my website. They're not even out there getting an interview. Why would I give a fuck what they got to say?
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's motherfuckers out there doing it that I don't give a fuck about what they say. So
yeah, niggas is actually in this shit doing what we doing. We don't give a fuck what they got to say.
Exactly.
Yeah, dog. That's real alpha male shit right there. An alpha male don't sit back and fucking what's that word? Delve on what a motherfucker got to say about him. We don't do that.
No.
We sit back and be like, that's what's up, nigga. You can hate all you want, but can you do what the fuck I do? That's what an alpha male does. Now, if you bring some shit to me physically, then we gonna get that shit handled. But at the end of the day, if you just running your fucking mouth, that don't mean shit to me. Alpha male don't pay attention to a bitch made nigga running his mouth. He definitely don't pay attention to a female.
And I'm gonna tell you something else an alpha male does. If there's something you're doing and it's better than me, I'm not gonna bitch about it. I'm gonna get my fucking game up. That's what the fuck I do. I'm gonna get my game up. I'll be like, all right, homie, I see you. And I'm gonna get my game up. So you tell me, oh dog, you done came along. I done came a long way, my nigga. Yes.
And that's why cats hardly ever see me on social media, man. What's the point? Yeah. You know, I push this 3 Kings shit and that's it, bro. There's no point of me actually getting on social media and spending my precious time arguing with a motherfucker. Now, what I'll do is if somebody says something directly to me or directly to my staff and I feel like it's disrespect, yes, I will respond. But I'm not going to engage in a 20-minute, a 45-minute or an hour-long conversation with us going back and forth. After about 5 minutes, I'm going to be like, all right, motherfucker, what's your address? Or here's my address. I've done that plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's a man. In this situation, it's a female. I'm not even going to pay attention to her.
No.
Listen, man.
What makes these 2 niggas whole ass niggas to me was there's one part you missed. Shakur actually stepped behind this bitch and hit her in the head while she was talking to fucking the dude Grayton. While she was talking to Grayton, he stepped behind her dog and punched the bitch in the head. I said, if that ain't some whole ass shit right there.
I thought Grayton, and I said this earlier, I thought Grayton was actually the dude that they ended up jumping. And he was trying to hit that dude and hit her and then just pushed her out the way. That's what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, everybody's saying he punched her in the back of the head, right?
He punched her in the back. If you watch, he dips back, steps to the side of her, pops her in the head. But then on top of that, why did it take 2 of you motherfuckers to fight him? And even when the nigga was on the ground, Grayton turned after you said punch the bitch and then kicks this motherfucker because Shakur points at him and he kicks this motherfucker while he on the ground. So now that y'all done jumped him, y'all done beat him. Okay, took 2 of you motherfuckers. I want to add now. It took 2 of you motherfuckers.
Took 2 of them.
Y'all done jumped you. Y'all done beat him. Then on the way out, you kicked him while he's down. That is straight whole punk ass shit. And to anybody that want to say, yeah, but what about the chick that was just jumped on Grayton with her shoe? What the fuck was she supposed to do? They whooping this dude's ass.
That chick is a soldier. I got more respect for the chick than anybody in the motherfucking video.
Exactly, bro.
She was a soldier. She knew she was at odds, and she still went at David Grayton. And actually, David Grayton's little pussy ass was wrestling with her.
Oh yeah,
like he couldn't get her down.
He couldn't get off of him. That I was laughing like a motherfucker. It took Shakur Stevenson to help him because he couldn't get her the fuck off of him.
He couldn't get her off. Yeah. Now the other,
I was laughing.
Yeah, like the other girl, he punched her in the face and she just grabbed her face and stepped back, and then she walked around to get out of the line of fire. But the other girl said, "Man, fuck this! Now I'm about to get this nigga." Maybe she saw what I saw. He punched my friend and she didn't even drop. I'm about to beat this nigga ass. Maybe she saw what I saw. Listen, man, challenge, bro. Shakur Stevenson, David Grayton, come fuck with me, dog. Come fuck with a real nigga, bro. I guarantee you, bro, I lay both of y'all niggas the fuck out. Easy work. You know what I'm saying? What is it? What is Shakur? 126 pounds? Nigga walk around 135, 140. David Grayton, a 147 pounder. David Grayton, all I got to go call is Miguel Cruz.
I'm about to say, you got to go call.
Interview Miguel Cruz. I got Miguel Cruz phone number. I could just text the nigga, be like, hey, man, go whoop David Grayton ass again, dog. Go whoop his ass again. You know what I'm saying? 147 pounder, walk around 160. Nigga, I'm 225, nigga, all muscle. Come fuck with me, dog, in a street fight. I'll beat the shit out of both of you niggas. Pussies, man. That shit don't make no sense, bro.
It don't, man.
Real talk, man.
You can't defend that. I don't want to hear nobody talk shit to me about Floyd or anybody else. If you ain't tripping about this shit right here, don't talk to me about Floyd. Well, no, I don't want to hear nothing about nobody fucking else. If you ain't talked about this shit right here, shut the fuck up. Miss me, goddamn it.
Exactly. And you know what's crazy? We'll move a little bit on from these hoe ass niggas. Top Rank they got to play some damage control, man. They got to. All right, well, let me say this. Y'all can bring y'all kids back out the room. Kids can come out the room now. Top Rank has to play damage control, dog. What can they, or do they have to? Do they even have to? Do they just sleep on this and say, fuck it, it'll pass?
I think, yeah, I think they will. And the reason why I say this is because for whatever Top Rank is going to do is going to work, because for years, we didn't know about what was going on with Floyd until after he left Top Rank. So they have a machine in place for shit like this. And they really do. They have a machine in place for shit like this. And, I mean, hell, even Manny Pacquiao transgressions with cheating on his wife and all that shit. You never knew about none of this shit to this motherfucker left.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a machine in place for stuff like this. And it's so downplayed that some people might get to it, but not enough to where it will overshadow the bigger picture. But at the end of the day, I still believe there is some damage control that need to be done, because what is happening now is Shakur Stevenson is showing a pattern,
right,
that could become extremely toxic. And you know what's funny, dog, is like you said, he was raised by his mom, he was raised by his grandmother, right? I was raised by my mom. I have my grandfather. Nigga, if anybody put their hands on my mom, I'm gonna kill him. Hence why I don't put my hands on women. I got a daughter, I got a sister. Anybody put their hands on any of them, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Now, I'm not saying, okay, no, I have grabbed the motherfucker and have shake the shit. Hey, calm the fuck down, okay, chill out. But see, I know I can overpower you. I ain't gotta hit you with my fist. See, I'm an alpha man. You can step to me if you want to. I'm gonna quickly, with a look, glance, pheromones, whatever the fuck it is, remind you, know your fucking place. The fuck off me.
Yeah, right. I can't. I wouldn't be able to hit a female, bro. Every bone in her fucking face will break. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Even if I wanted to, I have to catch myself.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, plenty of women that are bigger than David Grayton. You know what I'm saying? Women that I've dated, 160, 170, 180 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I've shook the shit out of them. One of them I picked up and pinned her up against the wall. She was 180 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I picked up my wife and her friend. Hey, y'all chill the fuck out.
At the same time, right. At the same time, right. Right. So, that's the thing, dog. And that's what makes it pussy. And from my eyes, like, if I even, like I said, hit him with 10% of my power from my offhand, I'd be facing a mega charge because some broken bones would be in the girl's face, bro. Like, this shit's pussy, man. So you telling me since you a little bitch ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? You can go around swinging on girls that is good, right? The girl didn't hit you first. Now this is a pattern with this boy. It is a pattern with him. This is the thing. If the girl, this is one thing I want to get out there. If the girl was wailing on him first, then bet. Do what you got to do. I'll get that out there. Bo, you may or may not agree with that. But my thing
I actually do. If a woman is brave enough to hit you or kick you in the balls, then she's brave enough to be touched back. God damn it. I agree with that.
If she's hitting you first, she's assaulting you first, then yeah, handle your business. But if she's just telling you to go somewhere and she's talking shit to you, she's saying a whole bunch of shit to you, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You're the masculine species. You understand that? The woman is the support system. She's the feminine species. You don't step down to the feminine species when you're the masculine. You are the head of your domain. You see what I'm saying? You're the head of your fucking domain. You don't fuck with the support system of the domain, dumbass. These niggas are stupid, bro. And it's a lot of these little niggas, like I said, that are raised by women, man. They have the emotions of a woman. And so they act out like women. That's the problem, dog. And that's what we see today with these little niggas, man. That's why I have no tolerance for little niggas, bro.
No,
I don't.
This generation, like you listen, you've heard me say, call my own son a beta male. And you've heard me say that shit like, hey, man, somebody better get this beta male nigga away from me today. I ain't playing with him. You know?
The last time I had to deal with a little nigga, man, was at the basketball court a couple years back. And he was I didn't know how old he was at the time. He was just a nigga running his mouth. We out there, we hooping, we playing ball and shit. Long story short, you know, niggas, shit happens like ball go out of bounds or a nigga call foul. And you got one nigga holding the ball at half court. Everybody's waiting for these niggas to stop arguing for the game to continue. And we've all been there, right? This dude was him, okay? I'm like, hey, man, give me the ball, man. Let's go. Let's run. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. I said, all right, bet. Give me the ball. You know what I'm saying? And he's it, fuck you, nigga, you bitch-ass pussy. Now, Bo knows.
Oh, man, he didn't say the P word.
He said the P word.
Oh, shit.
That's something that'll get your ass choked out in a heartbeat if you call me that in person. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hesitate. Hit the nigga. When I hit him, he went from half court to the other side of the court and fell down. Knocked him that far back. Now I'm getting ready to charge this motherfucker. The only reason why I didn't charge him is because there was an older guy there that used to hoop with us. His name, we called him Coach. I respected him 100%. He said, yo, he's only 17 years old. Now, at that time, I was like 31. Okay. Yeah. He said he's only 17.
This is a couple of years ago then.
Yeah, this was only like 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah. He said he's only 17 years old. That's what made me stop charging him. And I told him from where I was like, keep running your fucking mouth, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'll break your fucking face, bro. I don't care how old you are. He didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing from the other side of the court. You know what I'm saying? Right, Sade. That's hooping on the regular. That's my man's Dwayne. Actually, Dwayne, he's from Chicago, bro. My man Dwayne, he's gone with me a few times where niggas will act up in San Antonio. He knows what's up. You know what I'm saying? So he knows. He's telling you that's how them niggas act. Right? He wasn't with me at that time, but he's right. That's how they act, man. And that's a lot of these little niggas, man. They act like that, bro. A lot of these little niggas today need a rude awakening. Need somebody to whoop their ass, man. That's what it is. So at the end of the day, though, man, I think I'm with you though. I think Top Rank is gonna they're gonna let it ride out. You know what I'm saying? But I think this hurts Shakur Stevenson's image. It really does.
Yeah.
He's not popular enough to have a lot of people dislike him the way they do. Okay? Because what's going to happen is people are going to be tuned off of him. There aren't going to be like let me say this. Floyd Mayweather had a big enough fan base to basically go out there and argue for Floyd when he fucked up, right? Mm-hmm. His fan base went out there and argued for him. When he was acting a fool in the press conferences, his fan base went out there and argued for him. So then you got back and forth between a Mayweather hater and a Mayweather supporter, which made all of his fights even more intriguing. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because dudes was like, yo, I hate him. I love him. Then they go back and forth. Then the dude was like, nigga, fuck, we gonna watch the fight. Then we gonna watch the fight and see what happened. That's what Shakur doesn't have that. He's too young. He's too green. He doesn't have that kind of support. Niggas ain't gonna go out there and support him like that in this situation. I'm not fucking supporting him. I won't. You know what I'm saying? Because he was clearly wrong. And he's been wrong for a long time now. You see what I'm saying? The only way that I start supporting Shakur Stevenson again is if he proves to me that he's grown the fuck up. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't condone dumb shit. One thing I hate is I hate stupid shit, bro. I hate stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the fans are not going to support him. I actually watched him. There's an article out there. I can't remember the source. I would like to say the source, but I can't remember. Y'all can find it. They started the article off as scumbag. It said scumbag, and then it said Shakur Stevenson and you know, Miami Brawl footage, right? And I clicked on it. I wanted to read what they had to say about it. But what I ended up looking at was they showed pictures or screenshots of the Twitter posts from a lot of different people. And what it showed was their responses to Shakur Stevenson, how they felt. Well, one of the posts, Shakur Stevenson's dumbass comes out and says, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Anybody could get it, bruh. And the dude's response to that was, so even a girl you punched in the back of the head can get it? And it's like, he's out here not even making it better for himself. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, man. Like I said, bro, I don't support anything Shakur Stevenson does from this point forth because I've seen it coming. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever root against a fighter, but I hope Christopher Diaz beats that ass. When did they fight? April 20th on the undercard of Colin Crawford. I hope Christopher Diaz beats that motherfucking ass. That's a tough fight. Christopher Diaz is no joke. He had a good fight against Masayuki Ito, right? Was seen as a lot of people saw him as the next Puerto Rican big thing until he lost to Ito. I hope Christopher Diaz beats that ass, bro. Real talk. It'd be the first time I rooted against a fighter in over a decade, man. I don't root against fighters. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. But what you got for me next, man?
Man, look here, dog. You know, we talked about that so long and shit, and I'm still kind of I'm just mad as fuck about that. But moving on, man. Dude, hey man, the top middleweight finally made a decision. The top middleweight in the division, y'all, finally made a decision. Brian Adams. Brandon Adams, goddammit. I got his name wrong. The Contender, the winner of Contender, finally made a decision, man. He chooses to take an L. I mean, fight. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you did, bro. You did. You said it out loud.
He chose Charlo over Gennady Golovkin. Now, I don't even know how to look at this. Like, do I look at this like he trying to say Charlo whoop his ass is bad? Or just because I'm trying to look at this in a way, because it's like, it's kind of, listen, either way it go, I think the dude taking the L. But I'm just looking at like, well, what is he trying? Because if I'm Charlo, I'm going to be a little upset. Like, nigga, what the fuck you trying to say? Like, I will whoop your ass is bad?
Right.
It's Gennady Golovkin, who, and the last time we saw him, looked like, you know, he was looked every bit of his age, goddammit. Looked every bit of his fucking age when he fought Canelo. Like, so you trying to say that I'm the easy mark and not that 36-year-old?
Dog. This is just a situation where, like we said before, I think we covered this 2 podcasts
I'd be pissed if I'm Charlo. Like, bro.
I'm just listen. I think you're going in and out, bro. I can hear you, and then you coming in. I think you're going in and out. But look, bro, this is a situation like we said 2 podcasts ago, man. Brandon Adams was in a situation where he was pondering who the fuck he could sell his 3rd loss to. You know what I'm saying? This is all this was about. And he came up with the decision to sell his 3rd loss to Jamal Charlo. And I agree with you 100%. It's kind of disrespectful. Well, I mean, I don't want to say he meant to disrespect him, but it's somewhat of a slap in the face. You hear me? Bo, you on?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
You was out like the whole time, man.
Yeah, I'm on.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to reposition myself.
All right, well, it's kind of a slap in the face to Jamal Charlo, man, because, like you said, he's picking him over an old-ass fighter that's already coming off of a loss. You know what I'm saying? Jamal is coming off of a win. He's still undefeated. You know, he's still shown that he's one of the top fighters in the division. Probably, you know, one of the more skilled fighters in the division.
And I got the Ethernet cord.
Hey, go ahead and fix your shit, man, because you talking this shit at the same time, brother. I don't know where Bo at. Bo fucking up over there in Dominican Republic, man, but it is what it is. It's a situation where, like I said, he's coming off of a win. You know, Jamal Charlo's still undefeated. He's one of the best fighters at middleweight. You know, Gennady Golovkin's ass, you know what I'm saying, is an old ass fighter, just lost to Canelo, lost his luster, had a baby, you know what I'm saying, might not even be in looking at fighting as a big thing right now because he just had a kid. He did sign the DAZN deal, but look how long it took him to actually go where everybody knew he was gonna go. Motherfuckers knew he was gonna go to DAZN. You know what I'm saying? That was the best business deal possible. You know, they had PBC give him an offer, but PBC didn't give him as much money, right? Then they weren't guaranteeing a third fight with Canelo, which is what Golovkin ultimately wants. He wants that third fight. You know what I'm saying? So the situation here was you got PBC offering you a fraction of what DAZN is going to offer you. Then they put Jamal Charlo on there. Golovkin and Abel Sanchez are not interested in fighting a Jamal Charlo. They never have and they never will be, right? And then you got DAZN offering them a lot of money. They offered them equity in the company. And then they said you get an opportunity for your third fight in a 3-fight deal to get a third fight with Canelo Alvarez. That was a no-brainer. But look how long it took them to actually take the fucking deal. You see what I'm saying? So it is a slap in the face for Jamal Charlo. Bo was correct. But at the end of the day, this is easy work. I think this fight is June 15th. It's set for June 15th. It's easy work for Jamal. Brandon Adams has already lost. I think he lost to Willie Monroe Jr. And I can't remember the other cat he lost to. But he's already lost to guys that Jamal Charlo would bury. You know what I'm saying? So this isn't much of a competition. Brandon Adams had to defeat Shane Mosley Jr. to win the Contender. You know what I'm saying? If y'all have watched Shane Mosley Jr., y'all know this motherfucker is nowhere near his dad. Nowhere near his dad. So this should be easy work for Jamal. But I think, honestly, Jamal is tired of fighting these type of guys. He wants the belt. You know what I'm saying? Bo, you back on? Bo back on, but we can't hear him. Jamal wants the belt. You know what I'm saying? Or he wants an opportunity at a title. He's tired of fighting these bum-ass niggas, or at least these guys that are, you know, C-level, C+, B- level fighters, right? But as I've always said, we've said on multiple podcasts, Jamal Charlo, if he wants to get a belt or opportunity at a belt, especially since Daniel Jacobs and Canelo are fighting for 3 out of the 4 major sanctioning bodies, right? And you got the final one, the WBO belt, in possession of Demetrius Andrade, right? And also, by the way, all the belts and all the contenders that could actually fight for the belts are on DAZN. If he wants a crack at a title at 160, he has to go to DAZN. No ifs, ands, or buts, man. Bo, you back on?
Yeah. We had power went out over here, but the backup generator kicked in.
Okay, bet. Go ahead and say what you got to say on this one, man.
Man, I agree with you 100%. Listen, he's gonna have to sign with DAZN. I think me and you have said this. And at the same time, taking on this, honestly speaking, I don't even know what taking on Brandon Adams would even do for Canelo or Gennady Golovkin or Charlo. Like, that's what I'm saying. So, like, what was the big deal for me? I'm like, what was the big deal offering this dude a contract?
Well, let me say this. For Golovkin, I understand why they offer him a contract, because it's the same thing they did with Rocky Fielding and Canelo. It's just a way to showcase him in his first fight on DAZN.
Okay, that's true. Now, but for Charlo, it does nothing.
Yeah, for Charlo, I don't know, bro. Like, I think they're just trying to keep Charlo busy and hope that DAZN will come to some type of fucking agreement to put the winner of Canelo Jacobs in the ring with Charlo, which is a fucking long shot. I don't know what they're doing over there with Charlo, bro. He needs to go to DAZN.
I agree.
Or go back down to 154 or go to 168.
Charlo's going to have to come to the realization. As long as Canelo Alvarez has that WBC belt, they're like a bitch who is in love with a man so tough that even if he mistreats her, he slaps her, kicks her in the ass, throws her down the fucking steps, she gonna run back up, but I love you. And Charlo got to understand that the WBC is looking at their bank account and looking at Charlo like, dog. Right. He has to understand that, and the only way he's gonna get anywhere near that, to be honest with you, his only chance was the IBF. If you was number one IBF, you get that shot. You get it because IBF don't play that game. But the WBC, and then on top of that, you got Abel Sanchez. Even when Gennady Golovkin was there, like at least Abel responded saying, "Listen, man, he ain't done enough to fight Golovkin." Oscar just like treat him like I don't know who the fuck this nigga is. Bernard, talk to him. You know, that's how Oscar treat him.
Yeah, right.
Who the fuck is this nigga? Hey, Bernard, go talk to this motherfucker. Who the fuck is this motherfucker? Bernard, talk to him. This motherfucker emailing me. Oh, you know, how the fuck he get my email? Who let him in the building? What security? You know, that's how they doing. So yeah, he's gonna have to go to the zone. But this Brandon Adams really don't make the case for him fighting. You know, and if you want the bigger case, even with it being Matt, Charlo's in a position that no matter what he does, he's not making the case why he should be in that ring.
Right.
And that's what's hurting him right now.
Yep. I agree 100%. Yeah, it's really it like I said, to me it's a stay busy fight. That's all it can be. He's gonna keep defending that WBC interim belt, whatever the fuck he got, until he moved to Dazn, go back to 154, or go to 168. Literally, bro. You talking about freezing a motherfucker out, nigga. Bro, Jamal Charlo, as far as I'm concerned, this nigga in an igloo in Alaska. You know what I'm saying? This nigga sitting in an ice chest inside the igloo in Alaska. That's how frozen out he is, dog.
But nigga in his drawers.
In his drawers, nigga.
In his drawers.
Nigga, they poured water on this nigga and then put him on in the ice chest. Man. That's how frozen out he is, dog. He's frozen.
How apropos is it that is happening to him than what was happening to Demetrius Andrade?
Bro, this is worse than Demetrius Andrade.
Actually, it is. You know, because at least Andrade was able to grab a title.
Yeah, he was able to get a title in the division, and then everybody ducked him in the division, and then he moved up to 160, made the right move to go to the zone, and got a title again. You know what I'm saying? Jamal has been sitting at 160 for shit. How long this nigga been there? Who'd he beat? I don't even remember who he fucking beat at 154 last before he got to 160. I don't even remember.
J-Rock.
J-Rock. All right. So J-Rock, that was 2016. Been there 2 years. 3 years. Going on 3 years.
That's right.
Going on 3 years, dog. It's ridiculous, man. You need to make a fucking decision, bro. If you want to stick with PBC, get out of 160. They're not going to give you the fight you want. They're not. Canelo is not giving you a fight, bro, when he beats Daniel Jacobs.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? Canelo ain't fighting Jamal Charlo.
Even if Canelo wanted to, the zone not gonna let him. They gave him $350 million. They didn't give him $350 million to see them lose their investment, just like that.
Listen, Canelo's gonna sit back and see what Gennady Golovkin is doing, and he's either going to pick up another. He's probably gonna fight another contender that they can actually make on the DAZN platform, because understand. Eddie Hearn's like, Canelo is exclusive to DAZN. Golden Boy, he's exclusive to DAZN.
Yeah.
Plus, true. Golden Boy don't fuck with Al Heyman like that. They're not trying to fuck with Al Heyman, right? They're not gonna give him the fight, man. All right. So they're probably gonna fight somebody else. Golovkin will, probably be on his second fight while Canelo's on his third. That's my my prediction. And then after Canelo fights that third fight, Golovkin will be ready for his third fight. It'll be Canelo's fourth. I'm sorry, Golovkin will be ready for his third. Canelo will be his fourth. That's when they had the trilogy. That's what they're going to be waiting on after they beat Daniel Jacobs. Hell, he might even fight Demetrius Andrade. You never know. You never know if they put him in there with Demetrius Andrade, try to get him undisputed. Hell, Canelo could defend the WBA regular 168-pound title because he still has that after Daniel Jacobs. You never know, man.
Right.
But I know he ain't fighting Charlo.
No. You know what I just thought about though too is kind of like it's a situation where if the zone is willing to risk losing their moneymaker, it's not going to be to someone of another network.
Right.
And that's kind of like what we see going on at 147 right now. It's like, okay, yeah, we're with Heyman them. It's like, we're freezing Terrence Crawford out because we can make all this money over here with our guys. So why would we let you get a foothold in a division that we own? I bring this up all the time. Heyman made that mistake once with Joshua when he allowed Joshua to fight Charles Martin instead of saving Charles Martin for Wilder. So that's kind of like what you said. That's kind of what's going on right now. The zone is like, man, if we're gonna risk in probably the hottest division in boxing, risk our moneymaker, it's gonna be somebody on our motherfucking network, not on y'all's. Fuck that.
Yep. Exactly. All right, man. We're gonna move on to the next one, man. So Rolando Romero, he responds. Now, of course, we talked about this on a couple podcasts back. Ryan Garcia was going in on Tank Davis, called him out, said he wants to fight Tank Davis. Floyd Mayweather came back and said, bro, Tank Davis will bury your little ass, your little sweet dancing in the rain ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I'm sorry, man, right? He might be a nice young fella, man. He just kind of sweet to me, bro. Kind of soft, man. But you know, I'm just saying, bro. But Floyd, go look at him on Instagram and Twitter. You'll see what I'm talking about, man. But Floyd Mayweather was like, listen, Tank will bury you. But if you want the Tank fight, you're going to fight the cat that I got at lightweight that's a prospect, just like you. He's 8-0 with 7 knockouts. Cats don't want to fuck with him. He's one of my best prospects. His name is Rolando Romero. You can fight him. I'll give you $200K. If you beat him, you're guaranteed to fight Gervonta Davis after that fight. Now, Ryan Garcia came out and said, I think he said he won $1 million, which is ridiculous because the motherfucker just got $50K to fight Jose Lopez last weekend. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker only got $50K. So $1 million, nigga, you definitely not getting that. You should take the $200K. That's your biggest payday. You know what I'm saying? For Rolando Romero. That's how much Floyd Mayweather thinks you can't beat him, even though he's only 8-0. You know what I'm saying? So he said he'd take the fight for $1 million. But after he beat Jose Lopez, he called out the whole Mayweather camp. Basically said, in due time the fight will happen, I'll beat your ass. That shit was targeted, we find out later, straight towards Rolly Romero. Where Rolly came back and basically said, man, can somebody get this sweet ass bottom of the Kool-Aid pitcher, you know what I'm saying? Milk chocolate, caramel tasting brown sugar ass nigga out of my face. Y'all know goddamn well I will beat the fuck out of Ryan Garcia. That's what he said. I'm not even 2K translating that. That's what he said.
That is what he said. Yeah.
He said
exactly what he said, the way he said it too.
Exactly. He said he'll fuck him up. He said Floyd Mayweather knows, Oscar De La Hoya knows, and Ryan Garcia knows that he fuck up Ryan Garcia. So for the people that don't know who Rolly Romero is that true, Bo? Can Romero beat Ryan Garcia?
Well, I think there's a little bit of history here that people aren't looking at, and that is they've sparred before.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So now you take that into account. I've sparred with you, and now you want to talk shit, boy, please.
Yeah, right.
You want to talk shit like it's kind of like what Teofimo Lopez did when it came to Devin Haney. He said, listen, I sparred with Devin Haney. Motherfucker don't hit that hard. Shit, I'll break him. Right? So when you've sparred with a guy, I don't give a fuck. Listen, you could be 20-0 and I could be 5-0, but if I've sparred with you and I know I've gotten that ass, nigga, fuck your 20, them numbers. This shit don't mean nothing. You could have fought 20. Who the fucks? You ain't fought one of me.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
So yeah, listen. And then I think I said on the last podcast is Rolando Romero is kind of getting that Earl Spence thing where his name as far as his sparring has gained a lot of attention with cats.
Absolutely.
Like they like, yo, this dude puts in that work. You see what I'm saying? So man, and I'm gonna say this right now. I am glad he did what he did. I'm glad he did what he did. I really am, because that's the mentality of a fucking fighter. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck who you with. I don't give a fuck where you at. You talk shit to me, I'm gonna let you know. That and for Rolando Romero to even say what he said, that tells me he really feels like sweet fucking.
You going out again, Bo? Yeah, Bo went out. You going out again, Bo? You going out again? In and out. All right, well, we're gonna wait till you come back on. When you come back on, just let me know. I'll let you finish your point. But what I think Bo was trying to get at, the point he was trying to make is that as a fighter at this stage in his career, you got to always exhibit the fighter's mentality, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? You got to always show motherfuckers that if somebody calls you out or if somebody says something about you, you can't sit back and just be silent. At first, Rolando Romero was silent. You know what I'm saying? When Floyd Mayweather offered the challenge, he was just like, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Let's see what the motherfuckers say. But when Ryan Garcia basically tried to have that masked call out of him after he beat Jose Lopez, that's when he said, nah, fuck that. I'm not going to let this cat get away with it. Now, to be quite honest with you, I can't remember what sanctioning body it is, but I believe Ryan Garcia is ranked #1 in the WBA at junior lightweight. He's campaigning at lightweight right now, right? Which makes him the top contender for Gervonta Davis and Andrew Cancio at 130 pounds. But he's actually campaigning at 135. You know what I'm saying? Rolando Romero's been at 135. The two have sparred. The legend has it. Rolly got the better of him. You see what I'm saying? The thing is with Ryan Garcia, there's a lot of footage out there. Of course, you won't find that sparring footage, but there's a lot of footage of Ryan Garcia getting beat by fighters that are in his division. You got Devin Haney beat him multiple times in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of footage out there where Ryan Garcia is getting beat. And a lot of these guys are saying, bro, we fought this nigga at this point, or we sparred him at this point. He's not that good. And there's even a little beef between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, too. That's out there. You know, Ryan Garcia is putting his name out there. You know, you can't knock him for that. But at the end of the day, my thing is this. If you're going to talk all this shit about all these different guys, then let's get a fight made. I like the Rolando Romero fight. I think it's a situation where you got two prospects fighting each other. That's something that should happen more so in boxing. Last weekend, we had two prospects fight each other at 154 pounds. You had Scott Fitzgerald versus Anthony Fowler. Now, a lot of y'all might not know who they are, but they're both undefeated prospects at 154 pounds, and this was in the UK. They fought each other in the amateurs. Anthony Fowler actually knocked out Scott Fitzgerald in the amateurs, right? But when they got in the ring, that made for the best fight on the undercard of Liam Smith versus Sam Eggington. That was the best fight. It was way better than the main event, right? Both fighters were fight. It was a close fight until the very last round. The very last round, right? Where a knockdown made the difference. And Scott Fitzgerald got his revenge. He beat Anthony Fowler in the professional ranks. Now, as good as that fight was, neither one of those guys lost stock. Of course, Scott Fitzgerald's stock rose. Anthony Fowler's stock rose as well, even though he got his first defeat, even though he was the favorite coming into the fight. People want to see the rematch. People want to see both of these guys face other guys at 154 now because of that fight. You see what I'm saying? So just because a prospect loses doesn't fucking mean that it's the end of his career. You see what I'm saying? And this is what we need to be looking at here in America. We need to be having these type of guys facing each other, man. So let's get this goddamn Rolly Romero fight and Ryan Garcia. I see nothing wrong with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on to the next one. This is going to be the last one. My man, Deontay Wilder is talking about if Wladimir Klitschko actually comes back. As you all know, we covered it. We covered it on 3kingsboxing.com. We covered it on this podcast. If Wladimir Klitschko actually comes back, he believes that he will be ducked by Wladimir Klitschko. You got a $120 million offer from Dazn for 3 fights, right? Now, a Ukrainian outlet has already come out and said, hey, Wladimir Klitschko took the money. He's coming back. We're all still kind of waiting on an announcement, but we went ahead and covered it, called it a rumor, right? But Deontay Wilder is basically saying Wladimir Klitschko is going to avoid him. He's not even going to try to fight him. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with Deontay Wilder, but not because of the reason why he believes. I believe it's because he's going to be with Dazn. You know what I'm saying? And I told you guys before, man, whenever Eddie Hearn is in control of these fighters, as many heavyweights Eddie Hearn is going to be in control of, he's going to try to freeze Deontay Wilder out, right? So he can get him to commit to a network or platform. Same thing with Top Rank. As long as they start getting these goddamn heavyweights, they got Tyson Fury. If they get more heavyweights, they're going to try to freeze Deontay Wilder out until he commits to the network. That's exactly what's happening right now. Now, I know Eddie Hearn has come out and said, yo, Anthony Joshua is not just relegated to DAZN. We'll go to Showtime and shit. We'll make a fight with them. We'll do business with Showtime. But he's yet to prove any of that, right? He's only talking right now. We don't know what he's going to do. The only thing we do know is that Anthony Joshua is exclusive right now to Sky Sports and DAZN. That's what we do know. Bo, you back on?
Yeah, I'm back on. I'm just using my I got off their Wi-Fi. I'm just using my shit. I'm just gonna have to pay that goddamn $10. Fuck that shit. That shit is killing me, dog.
Yeah, no doubt. But what I'm talking about is Deontay Wilder and Wladimir Klitschko, and Wilder basically saying Klitschko would avoid him if he does decide to return. And my point is that yeah, he's gonna avoid him, but not because of what Deontay Wilder thinks. It's gonna be because he's with fucking DAZN. And I was saying that DAZN is basically freezing Deontay Wilder out. They can collect a bunch of fucking heavyweights. They're not going to put any of their heavyweights against Deontay Wilder until he commits to the platform. And I said the same thing about ESPN, them collecting Tyson Fury. I know Bob Arum came out and said they're going to make the Deontay Wilder fight in 2020. They may well do that. I think ESPN would make the fight with Deontay Wilder before DAZN does, because ESPN has a huge backing. They have the financial backing to be able to split the network proceeds with the Showtime and PBC. You see what I'm saying? So I can actually see that fight happening. But I think DAZN will definitely be like, they'll be more wary of trying to split some network proceeds with Showtime, and they're still in the infant state when it comes to boxing. What do you think about that, bro?
Oh, I think you're 100% correct. Listen, and I know this, like, you're going to have a lot of cats, because remember, this is what Wladimir Klitschko once said. He said when Wilder wanted to fight him before, he said, listen, Wilder got to do a lot more. And then
you went out again, man.
in other words, he got to get his weight up before he get in the ring with me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, a lot of people felt that when Wladimir Klitschko made that comment, he was ducking Wilder. The reality is, Wladimir Klitschko is at a point of his career where it has to be worth something to him financially. Right. If it's not worth nothing to him financially, why take that risk?
Right, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So
you went out again.
So to your point, he's signing. The only upper hand that Wilder has is the fact that Deontay Wilder holds that WBC belt. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I wouldn't even call that. Well, yeah, I mean, in Klitschko's sake, yes, that is an upper hand. Absolutely.
That's it. But outside of that, hell, but remember now, Klitschko didn't even want the motherfucking belt, even when his brother got rid of it.
Right.
He didn't want the belt then. He was like,
he wasn't even interested in it. Yeah, he was like that.
He wanted, you know, my brother. He was like, man, look at, man, my brother had that belt. These niggas got my brother hand me down. You know? Right. So at the end of the day, if he comes back, just like we talk about with Charlo, if Wladimir Klitschko comes back, they're not going to put him in the ring with the Deontay Wilder, not because he don't want to fight him, but because it's not worth no money. He knows if I can get my way back to Joshua, that's another $10, $15 million payday. I'm not going to get that with fighting Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
So why would I get in the ring with you, dude? It has nothing to do with especially, look, this is Wladimir Klitschko we talking about. All right, I mean, let's just keep it real. It's Wladimir Klitschko. He's at that point in his career. If I'm coming back, it's got to be for money. So I'm not going to get into a fight that's not going to pay me what I'm looking for. He said that sitting at the table. He probably told the motherfuckers that this is what I want per fight. I want nothing less than that. Period.
Man.
So, I agree with you though. I think that ESPN would be more willing, because DAZN got to build themselves. So ESPN would be more willing to make a Fury fight with Wilder before Wilder gets a Joshua fight, or even a fucking Klitschko fight. Because to your point, they're either going to want him to commit, or they're going to want to get themselves up enough to where if they're going to split profits with somebody, it'll be worth their while.
Exactly. And to be honest with you, I don't even think Klitschko's comeback has anything to do with belts. He's just coming back because he's getting paid. You know, I told you, man, his girl left him and shit. Probably took all his loot, cleaned out his bank account. Nigga said, fuck, I got to get back in the ring, man.
You wrong for that, dog. You so wrong for that. You wrong for that, dog. You so wrong. But you know, I'm laughing because that shit do happen, don't it?
Look at Tiger Woods, man. That nigga gave up that $120 million. Nigga, half what that nigga worth. He said more than half what he worth. That nigga said, fuck it, bro. I got to get back on the golf course, nigga. Yeah. Nigga was humiliated for years before he got back to form.
Yeah. Hell, look at Evander Holyfield. All them baby mamas. Man, I got to go back. I got to go back to boxing.
Evander Holyfield, look at Riddick Bowe. That nigga went to kickboxing and got knocked the fuck out because he didn't have no money.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you're absolutely right, man. I'm not far-fetched in saying Hayden Panettiere didn't clean that nigga out, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, like I said, I think it's more about the money. I don't think this is a legacy move. And as long as it's more about the money, then the biggest money fight for Wladimir Klitschko would be a rematch with Anthony Joshua. And I don't think he's going to take a fight in between or before he fights an Anthony Joshua if he can get the rematch. I don't think he takes a fight that will prevent him in getting that rematch, you know, in the form of a loss. And that would be against Deontay Wilder. Possibly he'd lose that fight. I don't see him fighting Tyson Fury or nobody like that, man. It'll be two regular contender motherfuckers until he gets that rematch with Anthony Joshua, straight up.
I agree with that.
All right. I know I skipped one, but we're going to leave it off. I don't think it's all that fucking important. I just said Marcos Maidana talking about he wants to fight 3 times in 2019. Listen, man, if he's fighting that cruiserweight, oh, shit, all power to him, dog. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, man? Marcos Maidana is just trolling us. That's what the fuck he's doing. He trolling us, man. He trolling us. I'm serious, man. I believe Marcos Maidana is trolling us, dog, for real.
Yeah. Word up. He is. What's good, Weed Degree? Yeah, he is. He is trolling, man. I don't know, man. But listen, they talking about, well, remember they said he was gonna fight at 147?
Yeah.
Now I'm hearing shit that he's fighting at 154 in the summer. He done already moved up 7 pounds. So give it another 15 days, bro. The nigga be like, yeah, I'm gonna fight at 168. I'm telling you, bro, by the time we get to May, the middle of May, around the Alexander Usyk Carlos Takam fight, then they're gonna be like, yeah, I'll just fight a cruiserweight. Tell you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he gets in 3 fights in this year because he's already starting off too late. He's starting off in the middle of the year. So unless he's gonna fight 3 bum ass dudes, then you know, back to back, then yeah, I guess he could do it, but I don't see that shit happening, man. But we'll see, man. We'll see. All right, man. Weed Degree, you late, man. I'm pissed off at everybody in the fucking chat, man. And then look, niggas is coming in now. Y'all too late, man. Podcast starts at 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in the chat not sharing. I'm mad at y'all, bro.
Look here. Look here. Man. We Negroes, not niggas. We start 5 minutes late, not a whole hour late, goddamn.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna say that because we have started a whole hour late before. But the point is, we Negroes right now.
All right.
Nah, it's all good, Weed Degree. I'm fucking with y'all, man. But I do really want y'all to hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? And when you hit the like button, it gets the show out there in a broader audience. It goes up higher in the search engine when people search in certain keywords that I have for this video. So please click the like button when you come in. Also, share this video, share this podcast. Y'all know this is the dopest, unfiltered, unbiased podcast. We mean what they say. I challenge these 2 motherfuckers to a fight. I mean it. I'm serious. If they see me, let's get it in. Street fight. I'm not playing, man. You know what I'm saying? Actually, bro, I might feel bad doing that, bro. I actually might feel bad doing that. Because it wouldn't be no regular Joe that they're seeing. You know what I'm saying? We like saying, man.
I think they would know that the minute they see you.
Yeah. I think so too. But you know, I spent 12 years as an amateur. Chose basketball over boxing. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, Bo, of course, he had trophies and shit lined up in his motherfucking lined up in his basement. You know what I'm saying? So we not regular Joes here. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's a weight differential that, you know, and it's a street fight on top. It's just not a bad look, man. I take it back, man. I apologize for that.
About to say, you talking about some 225, nigga. Hey, shit, I'm 36, goddamn.
Yeah, that's just, I mean, we really about this shit, man. You got a lot of motherfucking perpetrating ass people on social media and on YouTube that they talk shit. You know, they ain't never stepped in a ring. They don't really know the sport. You know, they don't know all 17 divisions. They only know 6 divisions starting at welterweight. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We really about that shit, man. We've been in the ring. You know what I'm saying? We know the sport. We know all 17 divisions. We know the business side. You know what I'm saying? And we talking to you like we talking in a barbershop. It don't get no better than this. You know what I'm saying? So share that podcast, man. Go ahead and get educated and get your laugh on. While you do that, don't forget to visit 3kingsboxing.com to get the latest and greatest in boxing news and information, as well as interviews. What's good, Mike? 3 Kings Boxing in the house. You late as usual, motherfucker. But Mike Wilson got a good interview that he did with Michael Williams Jr. that we will be putting up. Michael Williams Jr. will be in action this weekend, April 6th. I'm not sure if that fight is televised, though. I'm not sure if it's going to be on UFC Fight Pass or anything like that. We'll have to look that up, but he will be in action. He's one of the top prospects in the sport. Pretty good fighter. What's good, man? What's good? Watching from the Netherlands. That's what's up, man. Hey, man, I've always wanted to go out there. Man. That's what's up. But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. That's what's up. What did he say? Working on an article about WBA flyweight Artem Dalakian and his next defense is now set. That's what's up. Appreciate that, homeboy.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. But like I said, always go to 3kingsboxing.com. Check out what we got over there. It's popping over there. Follow us on Facebook.com/3kingsboxing. Twitter @3kingsboxing. Instagram @3kingsboxing. Also, if you're on 3kingsboxing.com, please don't hesitate to hit the donate button. 50 cents, $1, everything helps. What it does is it helps put money back into the business. We keep the lights on. Eventually, we get enough donations. I can start spreading it around to my writers, man, who put a lot of fucking blood, sweat, and tears into what they do. You know what I'm saying? They enjoy this. They really enjoy this. They put their heart into it. They're not bullshitting you. There's no biased news or information that we ever put out. Everything is 100% authentic and legit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, go ahead and support us any which way you can. All right. What my man said, the Dutch are good people. Yeah, they are, man. They are. They are good people. They are good people. I've had my interactions with quite a few Dutch, man, in college. You know what I'm saying? They'll take care of you out there. You go to the Netherlands, you go out into that area, they'll take care of you, man. Real talk. Bo, you got anything else you want to add since your ass was halfway out the podcast?
Man, look, this ain't happening next week, dog. I'm gonna do what I did. I'm just gonna turn my phone on, pay that $10, and do the motherfucking show.
Real
so
talk.
make sure you donate, goddammit. Shit.
Real talk,
I
man.
need my money back.
Hell yeah, he gotta get his $10 back.
I gotta get my $10 back. But yeah, you know, to my man that made the comment about the Netherlands, you're absolutely right, because back in the day, man, when my mama used to hit me, I used to never land on my feet.
Oh,
but as I got older, bro, I got better at it.
Man. Hey, that's an old man joke. Everybody, y'all just give him a pity laugh. Just do that. You good. Nah, but real talk, man. We said a whole lot of shit on this podcast. I want everybody to understand that it's just entertainment. Understand that fighters, promoters, boxers, managers, everybody who's listening, fans, anybody who gets offended. I mean, I really don't give a fuck if you get offended, but at the end of the day, understand it's just entertainment. But real talk, though, I really mean what I say about Shakur Stevenson and David Grayton. I really do. I mean, those guys need a rude awakening. And however which way they get it, they definitely need it. Real talk. All right. So on that note, don't forget this podcast starts at 9:30 Eastern Time, 8:30 Central Time, 6:30 Pacific, Mondays and Thursdays. Also stay tuned as we might go live in between those days and after those days, just to update everybody on what's going on in the sport. All right. On that note, we out.